I have a question.
Yeah.
Does it start with what? What's that?
Well, I just thought we'd do this at the top before anything, like a housekeeping section. Right before this, Jesse said that he was potentially looking at other employers. And I just had a question.
Yes.
Because you are a fully remote human being, if you decided to work for a company that drug tests, would you have
Yeah.
to mail your pee-pee?
I guess so. I don't know how that works. My current company didn't test me.
Interesting.
What I feel like is most HR people are like hyper aware of disabilities.
Yeah.
So I think if I drop that information, they might waive me.
Yeah.
They would have to, because how would they even know that's your pee-pee?
Yeah.
I
Because
don't
when
know.
you do it, like, it's so...
Do you have to
You can't have, like, anything on you. It's like a whole situation.
You can't wash hands.
Some doctor would have to come here or something,
That's true.
Yeah.
which I would probably have to pay for. And fuck that. I'll just get
Steal
another
your
job
pee-pee.
somewhere else.
I agree.
It's 2023.
You're gonna
What are we
come
doing?
steal your pee.
It's 2023. Leave my pee alone.
Just do my background check. Shut the fuck up. Hey, why don't you wake up?
Hey, wake
you
up, everybody.
Sleepy idiots.
Wake up,
Why don't you go
dudes.
have a pee in a cup?
Wake up, have a little pee.
Careful,
cup
if
doctor
you
might
want.
steal your
Why don't
pee.
you go pee in a cup? Put on your
And
makeup.
by I mean, who do you mean?
I'm Jesse. You can find me at Blue Sky at albynight.com and Threads for the week that it's available. And who
Wow.
are you?
We're gonna do this all fuck out of order. That's okay. I derailed everything. Hey, I'm Felicia. You can find me at Felicia3 on Twitter and Instagram. I guess that would be the same for Threads. And then you can find me at Felicia3.bsky.social for Blue Sky.
Hey, what's up? I'm Beth. You can find me. Oh god, so many places. Twitter.
There's too many
Beth
now.
Mostuff. Blue Sky. BethMostuff.bsky.social. Instagram. Beth D. Bush. Also Threads. Beth D. Bush. Although I don't know if I'm gonna participate. We'll see.
I like it.
Yeah.
That's good.
I just don't know where the content's going to come from. Because
Me.
you like have to engage with stuff in order to comment on it. And how do you find stuff to engage with
You
on that
follow
site?
me.
I guess so. I don't know. It's a little
Yeah.
wacky.
Hey, and the three of us, we're the Sleepy Idiots Club.
Hell yeah, we are.
We are.
We have a website. It's www.idiots.fm. You can find us at idiots.fm on Blue Sky and at Sleepy Idiots on Twitter.
Wow.
We have a Discord. You can find the link at our website. And why don't you go ahead and rate us at podchaser.com or Apple Podcasts if you're feeling nice.
I gotta tell you, so I still go to Twitter to look at stuff,
Uh-huh.
and I'm logged into the Sleepy Idiots account, and I'm having to like stop myself from replying to Elon Musk.
Don't you fucking
not-
dare.
I just said I'm not doing it, but I've had to stop myself like 20 times.
Can you just revive your old account?
No, I don't want it.
Oh,
It
well, it seems
gone.
like you do.
Yeah.
No, it gone. It gone. Bye-bye.
Okay.
Bye-bye, old account. I don't want it.
I don't know that you can really be like, I'm off Twitter, but I do use my podcast's account.
Yeah.
Well, until Blue Sky grows, Twitter's still the place to get stuff. But
Yeah.
I do feel like Twitter is on its way to the ground in a flaming heap.
Well, there's definitely been like I don't want to say a mass exodus because it's not an exodus yet. It's like a mass flocking to other sites to check in and see what's up while
Yeah.
still keeping your Twitter account.
It's
Yeah.
like a mass diversion of attention.
Yeah.
Kind of.
So until something really captures the heart and mind, I think Twitter is going to exist for a little while longer.
If you guys were around for the MySpace days, there was also an amount of time when you were on Facebook and MySpace at the same time.
It's true.
I was.
But the people like just slowly drained off and the platform died, which is what I think is going to happen to Threads because you can't find anything to engage with there. It's weird.
Except your friends.
Yeah. But what are they like? You're totally reliant on your friends going to that app.
Yes.
And why? And they don't really go to just see you.
Yes,
they go to see the news and stuff, and you can't even find it.
No, they want to see me.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll see how it goes. I could just text you. Hey. What were we talking about? I said I was tired before we started recording, and this is the first thing that happened where my tiredness got in the way.
I mean, we were all talking about how we're tired, and I think that's understandable because we did our VR night last night instead of our usual Tuesday because it was a holiday.
Yeah,
that's true.
So stayed up a little bit later than I normally would on a day that I have to wake up at 5 a.m. to go into the office.
And dude, normally I get to sleep in on Thursday, so like Wednesday's the perfect night for VR to run late. But I had to wake up this morning for a meeting.
Gross.
I was dead. Didn't like it. Anyway, we were talking about peeing in cups.
Yeah.
And then we did.
I thought we were done with that, but okay.
I just wanted to bring it up one more time.
We were talking about where you can find us, stuff like that.
Yep.
That
I was going to say this intro is too long.
Well, someone needs to play a bumper.
Oh, yeah. How about it? Hey, Felicia and Beth.
Hey, Jesse.
What's going on in your life?
Actually, kind of a lot.
Oh, shit.
Hell yeah, go.
Well, first of all, Jesse told me that I date like a Seinfeld character.
That's true. I don't remember why.
Because a man named Draco liked me.
Right.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Which I did not engage with Draco, by the way.
Because of his name.
Well, it was definitely more.
No,
dude, it was for sure more. Like, I'm pretty sure he had white guy dreads and face tattoos and like a grill.
Right.
So there's a whole lot of reasons I didn't engage with Draco.
Not the
but the name. Can you honestly, like, with the friends that we have, can you honestly see me being like, oh, I'm just going on a date with Draco? And they would not make fun of me for the rest of my life?
No, you definitely get made fun of.
Yeah.
I feel like it would go away eventually.
No, I don't think it would, dude.
But not with like the dreads and the face tattoos, though.
No.
Too many things to make fun of at once.
Yeah. It's too much.
But I did emerge because I've been scrolling the sites again. And I have a date this weekend. I have a date on Sunday.
You going to Plants or something?
No.
Plants? What does that mean?
The last guy I went on a Hinge date with was a big plant enthusiast. And that's not like a euphemism for weed. I mean, literally, he took me to 3 different nurseries on our date.
Nurseries?
Yes.
That sounds kind of fun.
Nurseries. It could have been if you didn't know the exact name and genus for every plant and point that out to me.
What a nightmare.
Yeah. So we're hoping for not a repeat of that experience. Other than that, I decided to use TaskRabbit for the first time, not sponsored.
Yeah.
And I hired somebody and like booked somebody to come out and weed my terrible yard. It's so ridiculously overgrown with like these 3-foot tall thorny weeds. I don't know what the fuck they are. And there's like all these fucking spider webs on the ground. I had to go out there a little bit earlier because when I first moved into this apartment, like one of the 4 keys they gave me worked for anything. So I wasn't convinced that I had the key for the padlock for the back gate. And I don't want this person to have to go through my apartment and bedroom to get to the backyard.
Oh, God.
So I had to like brave the forest of brambles that is my backyard to get to the lock and test the key because I told one of my friends, I was like, hey, you told me once upon a time you can pick locks, right? I might need that. Luckily the key did work, but it was a fucking nightmare being back there.
I don't like too many bugs and shit.
I just feel itchy. Like I feel like there's bugs all over me now.
Yeah,
I feel bad for this man that I hired. Hopefully he can help.
Do you have ticks in California?
There are ticks in California, but I don't think really where I am. It's not like a heavily forested area. There's just a creek there's like a creek path that runs through the city.
If you're crawling around in bushes, though, you should do tick check.
Yeah, I mean, I was fully clothed and socked up. Like, took everything off, changed the next, like, as soon as I got inside. Yes, I'm tick free.
Dude, I don't remember how old I was, but this one time I found a tick, like, in the fold of my inner ear.
Ew.
Oh, my God.
And it was a fat boy. Like he was in a place where you don't go generally. You know what I mean?
I didn't let anything
don't go there.
touch. I definitely didn't let anything touch my arms or like above my waist. I was very careful to step through everything.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's a nightmare. But the reason that I'm doing this is because I want to be able to fucking use my yard. I never have since I moved in here like 7 years ago. And I want to make it like cat friendly because my cat fucking loves the backyard at my parents' house.
Yeah.
But it's not super like cat proof, so I always have to supervise him.
Yeah.
So I want something where he can like we can just hang. And I want to like get like a blow up kiddie pool and put it back there for me, not for him, because I want to fill it with water and sit in there to cool off when it's
What
100 degrees.
That's some hillbilly shit.
No, that's
hillbilly
fun.
shit. If it was hillbilly shit, I would be getting like a horse trough. And soaking
We
in
had
there.
that.
Nah, I think the kiddie pool is more hillbilly.
I don't think it's not. I shouldn't say kiddie pool. They make like inflatable pools for adults.
Yeah.
A nicer one that costs money.
You just need water to sit in. I mean,
yeah,
it's
basically. And tub is not big enough.
No.
Wait till you forget and leave it back there and it gets sunbaked, and then it'll turn into the hillbilly version.
Yeah, honestly, I'm not gonna maintain it well. I know that about myself.
Did that TaskRabbit guy come today, or is it like
no?
scheduled?
I booked it for next week.
That's cool.
Does it tell you anything about him?
Yeah, so it's kind of cool when you put in where you are and what you want done, and then a list of people pops up with like reviews. And it's like Uber, they all have ratings.
Right.
So I picked somebody and they also show their hourly rate. So I picked somebody who was like kind of a little on the higher end, I guess, but reasonable and like had good reviews.
That's cool.
Is there like a subscription thing you can do? Does that make sense?
I don't know. Probably. I think for like landscapers, sometimes you can like employ them to come on a weekly basis or something, but I don't know how that works.
I'll have to look at TaskRabbit because I pay this dude to mow our lawn like every 2 weeks for $50, which is pretty good.
Yeah.
But he's like spotty sometimes. Like this week our yard was long as fuck because he came a week late basically.
What the fuck?
Oh.
So I wonder if TaskRabbit what the price difference is, because if I could just like jump through landscapers as they fuck up, that would be great.
Well, the dude I picked is $45 an hour, which I thought was reasonable.
Yeah.
For
that manual labor.
Yeah, dude. Like, I would happily pay someone so much more just to make it not my problem.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah.
I get that.
Yeah. So I'll report back after he comes next week and see how it goes.
Man, I might start using that TaskRabbit shit because Miriam and I shouldn't be homeowners in so many ways. There's like so many things I don't know how to do.
Honestly, it seems like a really nice alternative to ever having to deal with my terrible property management, but also, it's out of pocket, so also not ideal.
We've had this bidet for like 4 years that we haven't installed because we haven't bothered to figure out how.
See, I'm okay with this because this man does not need to this stranger, I should say, does not need to access my apartment. I can just open the gate for him.
Yeah.
I don't know how I would feel about tasks where someone actually has to come into my apartment.
I wonder if they like put furniture together. This could be a revelation.
I think so.
Because I'm staring at a giant like TV tower, like a curio cabinet like thing that we're gonna put electronics on.
Just to be clear, I'm not endorsing them yet because I don't know if it's good or not. But I have heard, I mentioned it today while I was at work, and my supervisor was like, "Oh, I've never used them personally, but they used to use them in the office all the time. They'd hire people to move furniture like to and from offices and stuff like that."
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Me and Skylar aren't qualified to just have a house like this either. But like I do have my brother and his brother if we need backup because we fucked something up.
Yeah.
And I do like Googling stuff and trying to fix it on my own. And like if I do, like it's a really good feeling. Like I feel like I have a superpower all of a sudden.
I'll do stuff like that. Like I fixed my own toilet handle. I learned how to do that. But I don't want to pick weeds in the backyard that could prick me.
Miriam does all that stuff. I'm like useless. If it has instructions and it's like manual labor at all, I'm fucking useless.
But you're the tech person.
Yeah.
I am. Yeah, I do all the nerd shit.
Yeah.
That's our dynamic too.
Yeah.
We have the same exact thing.
Yeah, Miriam replaced the toilet handle too.
It's not that hard, but I did get the wrong kind first because I didn't know there were different
too.
kinds.
We definitely did that too.
You gotta learn and figure it out.
Yeah.
I would have 100% TaskRabbited that shit though. I would have been like, yeah, we're just gonna.
You would have paid someone like $50 to come in for 10 minutes to do that.
Probably, yes. Yeah, probably.
Dude,
I'm bad with money.
Yeah, I mean, same.
I one time called the repair guy for our washing machine because I thought something was wrong with it and it like wasn't working. And the only problem was there was a shit ton of cat toys that got shoved underneath it. And so I paid, like, this man came all the way out here just to tell me, hey, there's a bunch of cat toys under here. I was like, well, this is fucking embarrassing. And I'm really, really sorry.
I wonder how much like shit like that happens to them.
Dude,
I bet it's a lot.
Not quite the same, but similar. It wasn't like a repair person, and I think I might have told this story already, but I was doing my taxes this year, and I had collected not a loan, it was like a leftover 401k type payment from my old job that I collected and had to have a tax form for that. So I wasn't getting it. So I finally called them, and I'm like, hey, what's the deal? So this guy is on the phone with me for like 20 minutes trying to figure this out and why I never got this tax document. And then he was like, wait a minute, did you collect the money this year? I was like, well, I guess so. Like, I'd started the process last year, but I got the payment in January. So I was like, I guess so. And he was like, well, then you'll get it for the next tax season. And then, but he laughed so hard, dude. He was like, I was like, I'm so sorry. Like, that's so embarrassing.
Rude.
He was having the time of his life. It's like not an egregious mistake to make considering I did.
No.
It was like a 3-month process and I finally got the money in January. So I wasn't thinking about it.
I could easily see myself fucking that up.
Yeah,
in the same way.
I think I made his day, so I'm going to assume, Beth, you made that guy's day too.
I mean, I gave him like a break, I guess.
You gave him
he didn't have a lot to do. Yeah.
Did he charge you still for something?
I think it was actually under warranty, so it was like not a situation where he was going to charge me anyway. So
cool.
That was fine, but still embarrassing.
You still got paid by someone, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Hell yeah.
Like, can I just chill here a while longer?
Yeah, you just gave that guy like a big break.
Yeah.
He's like, and where are the cats? Can we play with those?
Oh, that reminds me, Felicia, when you're talking about the outside thing, don't they make like outside jungle gym things for cats and like a cage? He's the boy.
They do. They also make what they call catios, which it's like chicken wire type contraptions that your cat can chill in. But I just wanted him to have the run of the yard for the most part. Also, those are fucking expensive. That's like a $200 investment.
Oh,
and it kind of means I wouldn't really be able to use my yard because I'd have to back it up against the door and like move it anytime I needed to go into the yard at all. So I just thought it would be better if I made my backyard habitable.
Yeah.
Hopefully he doesn't. Does he still have claws?
Yes, he does.
Hopefully he doesn't like.
He has claws, but he has 3 legs, Jesse. He can't climb that high.
He's still got to be able to climb.
I've seen him try.
I would like to see him try.
If there's like a ladder system where he has kind of steppies up to each level, he can jump pretty good, but he can't climb.
Damn.
I've seen
can't climb even with one less leg.
He tried in my parents' backyard. He tried to climb their gate, and it was like fucking he was just sitting there and then decided to jump like he was gonna start climbing, and he like leapt and tried to latch and just fell straight down.
Oh no.
That's endless entertainment.
He's also like a big guy, so it would take a lot.
He could if he really, really set his mind to it, he could probably figure it out. But I won't push up anything against the fence that he can use to climb on, and I'll likely be out there supervising him whenever he has yard time.
I'd put so much almost climbable shit around my house just to watch.
Yeah. Yeah, he's good at getting around when he wants to. He just can't do like 6-foot vertical leaps like most cats.
I feel like he's gonna figure his legs. Well, yeah, you're right. He'll never figure that out.
That's not a thing you figure out.
No.
That's an impossibility at a certain point.
Yeah. Is that the end of your adventures?
Yes.
What'd you do, Beth?
I didn't have a lot this week. I did have to take my car in to get the brakes fixed. Well, not the brakes, but this ABS module that like stops you from skidding and stuff. It's been faulty since last year when they ordered the part and just came in. And
that's not good.
I mean, like, I've been using it and just being careful. It's just like if it's raining or like if there's gravel or something, just have to be careful. But yeah, so I had to take that in. They kept it for a couple days. One of the days I completely forgot that it was gone, and I got fully dressed and ready to go grab me some food. And then I was thinking about what I needed to put in the car, and then I was like, the car. There's no fucking car. And so I had to stay home, make dinner. That was pretty much it. I did also have to, my mom like took me to go drop it off. And so we did tradesies, and I brought her out to the casino. Didn't go in because I didn't feel like it, but she wanted to go there because they give like their perks members like freebies, and there was a bottle of tequila. And so we went and picked it up. She doesn't drink, but she if there's a free thing, she's gonna have it. She'll just give it to someone, but she's definitely getting it.
Does she like go crazy for free shirts and shit like that?
I mean, anything free. I'm the same way though. Like if there's a free thing, I'm like, that's mine.
Miriam like loves a free shirt more than anything. And
like blood drives. That's a free shirt.
Yeah. Blood drives.
Really?
We do this longest day thing for an Alzheimer's charity. Always get this purple shirt that's hideous. But she's like, yeah, I want that. I'm pretty sure there's a pile of free shirts somewhere.
Dude, I guess I just have not encountered a lot of free shirt situations. This is not an active problem for me.
I thought it was ubiquitous. I thought there was just free shirts all everywhere all the time.
Free shirts everywhere.
I live in California. Nothing is free.
Not even from work? You didn't even get like a free work shirt?
I don't think, well, it maybe if they existed, but I don't think I've even ever seen a work shirt. They have like mugs and pens and shit, but not shirts.
When I got my job, they gave me a free shirt and pens and sunglasses. All shitty, by the way.
Yeah.
but we did get them. I don't give a shit about a free shirt.
I think they wanted us to pay for ours. No, thank you.
No, that happened at my last job where they were like, oh, we're going to order custom team shirts. It's this much money. And I was like, fuck no.
Hell no. Yeah,
I don't want to advertise that I work here.
No. That doesn't even make sense. Why would they make?
And they're like, "Oh, we'll all wear them together every Friday." It's like,
that's really
no.
Yeah, you buy it though. For real, if they want you to do it, then they buy it.
Yeah, I did not do it. I did not join the shirt gang.
Fuck the shirt gang. I redesigned my site just because people are following me on Blue Sky, and I wanted it to look better and be easier.
Cool.
So outbynight.com looks different. I also wanted to make it easier for me to put blog entries on there.
You can read about why Jesse is the way he is, and also how he maybe saw a ghost that one time.
Yeah, I saw a ghost. how I became friends with podcast hosts.
Yeah, that's a good read.
It's a long read. I didn't realize how long that fucking thing was.
It is a long read.
It's very long. Also, we had a company thing today called Summer Palooza, and they it's all in the office, but for remote people, they reimburse a lunch.
Ooh.
And I was like, hell yeah, because it was like $50 to $60 reimbursement.
Ooh. Nice.
But it's like an itemized receipt. And the first thing that I was going to do, like, I wasn't really thinking about it. I was like, I'm going to get like filet mignon.
Oh, shit.
From this steak place. But I was like door dashing it. And I was looking at the receipt and I was like, fuck. Like someone in HR is going to look at this and I can't have like filet mignon on my lunch receipt for this.
If they give you $50 to $60, why not spend it?
If it wasn't itemized, like I very much thought about photoshopping it to make it something else. It just felt like I'm really taking advantage of the company here.
Okay, but if they saw hamburger, but it was still $60, I think that'd raise an eyebrow.
It's just no. This was like $37.
Oh my god!
I feel like I would just be judged for it, so I switched to Chick-fil-A instead. Got salads.
You could have at least gone mid-tier and gotten like something somewhat nice, but maybe not as caliber as.
I don't know. I'm a pussy. I turned into a pussy today.
Oh no!
I was like, I'll just get these salads.
Ugh, I'm ashamed.
You wouldn't be the type to drive all the way to a casino to get a.
Hell no, dude. Tequila. Not at all. Tequila gives me heartburn. It tastes weird.
I don't like tequila either.
I won't drink it by itself, but I won't say no to it like a tequila sunrise.
I'll do like a mojito.
Yeah.
I'll do like what's the one with the salt and shit?
Margarita?
Yeah,
I'll do like a margarita from time to time.
That's tequila, right?
Margarita.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mostly I just drink vodka. I haven't touched tequila in like 20 years, I think.
Damn.
Been a long time. No, not 20, like 15. Doesn't matter. Hey, what did we watch last week?
I watched quite a bit, actually. I'll go quick. First, I showed my parents Jury Duty when I was at their house last weekend.
Yeah. Not the Pauly Shore one, the new one.
No, the new show. I could tell that they were really interested, but also weren't going to be down for all like the silly stuff that happens. So we watched an episode. I was like, do you want to keep watching or do you want to skip to the finale where they kind of like show you all the behind the scenes and like do the reveal? So my mom was like, let's watch one more episode and see how we feel. And then if we're not like super in the mood to keep going, we'll just skip to the finale. And so that's what we did. We watched 2 episodes and then went right into the finale. And I think that was just enough for my parents. I think they might have tapped out at some of the weirder shit that happens in Jury Duty.
Especially
like
in the last couple episodes. Yeah.
But they really enjoyed it in that small dose. So that was a success. Also, I was going to introduce them to the bear, but my brother and his girlfriend already did. So I don't know how they're liking it so far. They were only a couple episodes in when I got there.
Yeah.
But I imagine my mother will keep me posted.
Oh yeah.
I
think it's impossible to not like the bear.
Yeah, especially if you've been in the restaurant or even like customer service. But if you've been in the restaurant business, I think it's probably a fairly accurate depiction.
From everything I've heard, it is, especially the second season.
Yeah. I started White Lotus season 2 finally.
Oh, I need to do that too.
I just watched the 3rd episode. It's very similar to last season where it's just like nobody is like super good. Like you don't really want to root for any of them necessarily, but it's just interesting to watch all the chaos unfold.
Yeah.
I think it's very similar to last season. I'm liking it so far. I'm already in. I finished The Bear season 2, but I imagine we'll all talk about that a little more.
Yeah, I got that on my list at the bottom here.
Hell yeah. And the last thing for me was I listened to a podcast that was I guess it was like I don't know if it was a tweet or an Instagram post or something that blew up recommending the podcast called Who Shat on the Floor at My Wedding.
I haven't started it yet, but I subscribed.
So it is the titular married couple. I would say their name. It's I can't remember all their names. One of them is named Karen, and I don't remember what the other lady's name is. So it's a married couple and their friend Lauren, who is their acting detective. When the wedding happened, it was on a boat, and there were only 100 people on that boat, both guests and hired people for the wedding.
Whoa. Yeah. That's not a lot.
No.
Right. And somebody, as the title would suggest, shat on the floor. I should also say they're from New Zealand, so they have these fabulous Kiwi accents.
Oh,
yeah, it's one of my favorite accents.
Yeah. It was so funny. They take this I mean, it's obviously like lighthearted, but they are taking this case so seriously. They're interviewing people. They bought a lie detector machine. They like enlisted all these actual experts. Like they sent emails to all of these people who are in like forensics science and like psychology.
They went all in.
Some people like responded to them and were like, "This is so weird. I couldn't say no." It's like really interesting there's so much unexpected shit that pops up. They find out so much shit that happened at this wedding that they never knew about. It's not like if you're expecting a definitive answer and a culprit to be revealed at the end, you might be disappointed, but I think they narrow it down pretty well, and it was entertaining the whole time. I think they got lost in the weeds a little bit kind of mid-season because it seemed like nothing new was really popping up, so they did silly things. Like there's an episode where they decide maybe an animal got on board, so they go to a zoo to look at animal poop. And it's like, all right, that wasn't really necessary. But they definitely bring it back, and the last couple episodes are bangers. So it's 13.
Shit on the floor where?
So it was in the bathroom.
What the hell?
I guess there was like a kind of common area where like the sinks were, and then all the toilets were in these little stalls. So the poop was like half in and half out of one of the stalls.
What?
Oh man.
Yeah. So it's fucking fascinating. It's so interesting, all the different angles they take, and it was so funny. And I think they're going to in the future do more like kind of meaningless cases like that where they investigate something that doesn't really matter.
Yeah, of course.
That's fun.
And I believe that they either are filming or have filmed the second season, but it's not out yet. So there's one season, it's 13 episodes. They range from 20 minutes to 2 hours long.
God damn. This is a video podcast?
No, it's just an audio podcast.
Okay.
But they do have an Instagram, which I believe is just Who Shot on the Floor at My Wedding, where they post like evidence from each episode that like pictures of the crime scene minus the poop. So yeah, it was very entertaining. I knew as soon as I heard that description that I needed to listen. I was not disappointed.
Yeah,
that's the title that just pulls you in.
Yeah. I recommend it.
Yeah, must know.
I definitely subscribed. I'm definitely gonna listen.
Hell yeah.
Me?
Yeah.
Well, The Bear, which is on all of our lists.
Yeah.
Finished that season, binged it all in one day.
Hell yeah, dude.
And then all my rewatch boys, didn't really watch anything else too new. But about the Will and Grace one, I think it's my favorite rewatch podcast, and they're only 3 episodes in. But I think it's my favorite one. I think it's because like not many of my friends, if any, have really watched Will and Grace. So there's like no one to talk to about it, really. And so it's kind of like having people to talk to about it now, even though I can't talk to them. You know what I mean? It's that kind of dynamic from a podcast. So that's nice. I'm liking it.
That's something I keep thinking about checking out too.
Do it. It's good.
Yeah, because I've always meant to watch Will and Grace. I wonder if there's a Frasier. Is there a
That's
Frasier?
What I was
There has to be.
I was gonna say, like, since you like Frasier, I mean they're not like completely similar, but it's just that same like vibe.
Yeah.
You know, that era.
Yep.
Yeah.
I love Frasier. I wonder if there's a watch along thing for it.
If there is, I would probably listen.
Yeah.
I would assume there
Frasier
is,
too.
but I doubt it would involve cast members. It's probably just a fan cast.
Yeah.
Right.
Kelsey Grammer doesn't strike me as the type.
No.
What do you mean? He was a radio host.
That's true.
That is true.
He also did do a lot of weird shit on 30 Rock, so maybe.
And now he's just super rich.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like rich beyond belief.
Yeah.
We watched Dinosaur Movie in VR.
It was so
That's not the name of that movie.
Fucking bad. I don't know what it was either.
It's like Dinosaur City or something.
It was a lot of dinosaur puppets, and it was definitely a kid's movie, which Steve confirmed, saying he had rented it many times as a kid.
Yeah.
It was very hard to watch.
It was awful.
I fell asleep in the middle of it.
Shit.
I woke back up towards the end, but I couldn't tell you one thing that happened in that movie.
No, it was
he was
just bad.
skipping around and shit too, so I also couldn't tell you anything that happened in the movie.
Well, normally you would skip around, then something interesting would happen, but it was just bad gagoos.
Yeah. Also, he was playing on YouTube a lot of AI versions of different songs where cartoon characters would be singing the popular song.
That's incredibly interesting.
Yeah.
It is very
that was
strange.
really funny.
I didn't know that was a thing.
I have definitely had goatees, somebody that I used to know, stuck in my head all day.
Yeah, same.
The Beavis and Butthead one, and they got the accents right and everything. It actually does sound like Beavis singing that, and that's crazy.
And
as fuck.
honestly, it wasn't
Very
bad
disturbing.
to me.
No, it's pretty good. There's only like a couple of AI warbles in there.
Yeah.
Where the program couldn't figure out what to do.
The one where SpongeBob is rapping, whatever that song was. I think they said the N-word a lot.
No, that was Homer. That was Homer and Peter.
Of course.
Dude, that one was so good though.
Peter Griffin. Yeah, that was a banger. I could just listen to that song.
I could not understand the words that they were saying.
It's Homer. If you want to listen to it at home, it's Homer Simpson and Peter Griffin doing the song "Ballin'," and it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
But yeah, that opened up a whole lane that I'm gonna go down a rabbit hole in.
Oh. Out of all the things that we've gone down a lane for, this is the most innocent.
I just want to learn how to do it. I want to do some.
Oh, that's dangerous in your hands.
It is, because I have an encyclopedia of music knowledge in my head.
Also, but I feel like you would just use it to make good music, not really even bits.
Well, I would definitely do bits. Oh, I forgot. I did a Forrest Gump cut this week when I was off for the 4th of July.
Uh-huh.
And I turned it into a 15-minute movie.
What was the gimmick?
The gimmick is it's Forrest Gump, but he doesn't do anything remarkable. So he just like never leaves Alabama. Yeah, he never leaves out of Alabama, and like predictably Jenny doesn't love him.
Yeah.
And just leaves.
Wow. That's kind of a bummer, but there you go.
Well, so the title is Bummer Gump. So it's not even kind of a bummer. I made it a bummer on purpose.
So stupid.
It's really stupid. But it's only 15 minutes long, and I like cut some modern music in it that doesn't make sense from a movie from the 90s.
That's fun.
The fuck?
That was very fun. Like finding music to match the mood to turn that movie into a bummer was really fun.
I can't wait.
It's probably not going to go in VR because it's legit a bummer.
Oh, okay.
It's sad. It's a sad cut.
Why did you do it?
I mean,
because I wanted to see it.
Titanic was a bummer too.
Yeah, Titanic
just the saddest
was a huge
documentary.
Bummer.
It's like an action bummer.
Well, yeah, but when Steve brought it up on Dynamic Banter and was telling Mike about it, he was saying like it was just kind of a reenactment of like the actual Titanic disaster, which was true, but he didn't mention how much of just like a sad fucking movie it became.
Yeah.
And like how scary it was too, because it was like a disaster film.
Yeah. I'm thinking about making like a burner YouTube account to put these on.
Cullen Bohannon.
They're gonna get. Oh yeah, I could do that actually. I'll put it on Cullen account that I troll the train people with.
Yes.
I feel like it could be like super fun to watch in VR though, because the way the ending of Titanic was, it was so upsetting that I could not stop laughing. So I feel like the more upsetting it is, the more funny it ends up being in front of that audience.
You might. Maybe I'll screen it for you guys, and then you tell me if it's right for VR. Because I don't, I don't want to bum everybody out in VR for 15 minutes. Because I don't think torture.
You can though.
Yeah,
that's torture to me. We've watched some shit that's been recommended that like bums you out for a minute, and I can't take it.
Oh God. Okay.
So like, I don't know. I'll show you guys.
You can't take it, and then you made the bummer cut.
Well, the bummer cut to me is like high comedy. So I'm cracking up the whole time I'm making it.
That's true. We already know your definition of comedy is a little skewed, so yeah, I think we do have to preview it.
That was my fear. Steve was like, "Do you want to watch this in VR?" I'm like, "I don't think so, man," because I think this is funny, but my sense of humor is way different sometimes. So I don't want to sit there and like stew in people not liking my shit. I'm very self-conscious about that.
That's true, because it's something you made too, so it's like, it's personal.
Dude, I'm sure you have experienced not even something you made, but like something you think is so funny, and then you show somebody else and you realize how specific to your taste it is, and how like everyone watching it hates it.
Absolutely, yes. And I hate that feeling almost more than anything.
But like, you're so confident going in, you're like, oh, this is a great video. You're just internally dying.
You've seen this in action. Like, I'm so
I think for all of us, I've definitely showed you guys stuff that I'm like, oh, I thought that would get a laugh. Uh-oh.
Whoops.
I'm so allergic to that feeling that I see it like coming. So when we watched what was
Scott
it?
Pilgrim.
Scott Pilgrim. I knew. I was
it was like insane timing, because I had just messaged you guys in like Discord or some shit that I wasn't liking it. But Jesse didn't see that and independently stopped it at the exact same time to be like, are you guys not liking this?
Yeah.
It's uncanny.
I've spent my life hating this feeling and like being analytical about it. So I can read the room.
But it's wild to be able to do that still through an online medium, because we can just be muted. It's not even like we're saying anything. But I guess it's the lack of commentary.
I think it's just like I've lived my life almost completely online for so long. Like even going back to when I was a teenager, I would just lock myself and just read text out. Like I can read intention in text too.
Yeah.
So it's just that I think I'm just probably better at reading that sort of thing online because I've been doing it forever. But yeah, that one I knew. Like as soon as it got bonkers, I was like, nope.
I think I was super tired when we were watching that too. And I was like,
it was late for sure. Yeah, I'll show you guys that Forrest Gump cut, and then you tell me if it sucks.
Cool.
We watched The Watcher: Ghost Files.
Yeah, I don't think that it's back yet in terms of like a new season of Ghost Files, but I think they did like a special one-off episode because it was sponsored by the Haunted Mansion movie that's coming out. So they went back to the Winchester Mystery House for like the third time, but this time they were dressed in period clothing, so it's different.
It was still entertaining.
Yeah, it was fun.
It was definitely like it felt boring in places though.
Because they've done it 1,000 fucking times, and I feel like even Ryan probably isn't that scared of the house at this point.
No, and you could read it a little bit.
It's funny when like Shane doesn't give a fuck and Ryan is terrified.
Yeah, definitely.
That's definitely the magic dynamic there.
Yeah.
And Ryan does get fucking terrified.
Oh, absolutely, dude. And as somebody who has like, I haven't been to most of those locations, but as somebody who has been to the Winchester Mystery House, albeit not at night, but still, there was zero anything scary about that place.
Really?
So, I mean, maybe it is different at night because it's like winding corridors, and just the thought of like being trapped in there and just lost, like that alone would freak me out, I think. But like during the daylight with a bunch of people, it's not shit.
I feel like it would just feel like a big gift shop.
Essentially, it was very cool too, because you're like, ooh, look at the architecture.
Yeah. It did look cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the door to nowhere is crazy.
Well, also, I mean, the way that I think a lot of ghost shows portray the Winchester Mystery House is like they tell the legend of how, Mary Winchester had a seance and was told that all of the ghosts of the people killed by the Winchester rifle were haunting her, and that she has to keep building rooms so the ghosts get trapped, and that if she stops building, she'll die. That is not the story they'll tell you if you go take a tour at the Winchester Mystery House. Like, yeah, she did have a seance room, but that wasn't that abnormal for like eccentric rich women of the era.
Right.
but also like she apparently, at least the way they tell it, she was very altruistic, and the reason that she kept having additions built onto the mansion was just to provide jobs for immigrants. And
Oh, that's
like
cool.
pay people. And a lot of people are like, well, her layout doesn't make sense, but it kind of does for her. Like, the corridors are super small, but Mary was only like 3 foot something. She was a very small lady. And then like there's a lot of intention in a lot of her designs. Like she built this really cool kind of green room, not I mean like nursery plant room.
Yeah.
That like all of materials were like couldn't mold from water, and she built like floor panels with almost a basin underneath so water would drain out.
Wow.
And like filter back into the water system or something. So it's like she was fucking smart and just kind of a nice lady who provided jobs for people.
Just batshit crazy.
Yeah, a little, but eccentric, had a lot of money.
Yeah.
I think when you know all of that, it's a lot less scary.
What about Clyde?
The wheelbarrow ghost?
Yeah. Yeah.
They did tell us that. That was on, so you can get like the standard tour, and then there's an additional cost to take you into the rooms that they don't show on the regular tour. So we had to pay extra to see that room where the wheelbarrow ghost supposedly haunts. That was literally the only ghost they talked about at all. And it was only with like a prompting from the people on the tour that they even mentioned ghosts.
I feel like they're just desperate for ghosts there, so they just picked a guy that died in the vicinity.
No, it was the opposite. Like they didn't want to talk about the haunted nature of the place. They just wanted to talk about what a Saint Mary was.
Oh, no, I meant like these days.
Yeah, I'm saying when I took the tour.
Oh, they still didn't want to talk about.
No.
Why did they think like people go there?
A year or two ago. To look at the architecture, I guess.
Weird.
They really like somebody on the tour had to ask the tour guide, like, "Oh, have you ever seen a ghost?" And he was like, "No." They were not selling it.
Well, that's good.
I'm sure they have Friday the 13th like flashlight tours. So I guess that's where you got to go if you want to hear about the spookums.
Dynamic Banter was supposed to go there.
Yeah.
Yes.
You remember that?
I do.
If they ever go, are you going?
Yeah, it's only a 2-hour drive.
They still owe the audience. I'll remind Steve. I'll be like, y'all said you were going to this. You gotta do it now. I watched Reality, which is a movie that Beth saw.
Yeah.
I can't remember if you recommended it or not.
I did. Why?
Well, I know you talked about it, but I can't remember if you liked it.
I did. I thought it was good.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty good too.
Okay, good. I thought you were about to say, I can't remember if you recommended it because it was shitty.
No, it was fine. It wasn't like the best thing I've ever seen, but I've never seen that format done before.
Yeah, it was really cool. It was different.
And there were like some awkward moments, but you have to expect that because it's like reality.
Yeah.
Literally
going off
real
of the
life.
script. The FBI script.
The script is what everybody was saying in the recording.
Yeah.
So that was a little awkward in places, but overall I liked it. I thought what's her name? Sydney
Sweeney. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she did well.
Yeah, she did a good job.
I've only seen her in Euphoria, and she acts pretty ditzy in that show.
And the first season of White Lotus.
Yes.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot she was in that. That character is basically her Euphoria character.
Yeah, I figured it would be a similar vibe.
I've seen her in something else. I can't remember though.
It's the only acting I've seen her do, but in the reality movie, she had some depth. She was doing pretty good.
Yeah.
There's like lots of awkward like face acting where you're like all you can do is stare at her in the scene, so her face has to do exactly what you think it's gonna do. And
a lot of eyebrow work.
Yeah, a lot of eyebrow, a lot of lip stuff, but she pulls it off.
Yeah.
We watched Yankee in the South.
Oh gosh.
Which it was torture because Felicia went to her parents.
And Jesse had to wait 2 whole days to watch something.
Yes. The day they released this, I was laughing because they were going back to Buc-ee's, which they had gone to like literally the day before, and we were joking like while we were watching that Buc-ee's grand opening one, like I wonder how long till they do another Buc-ee's video, and it was like the next day. But they said chaos at Buc-ee's, and I watched the beginning of the video, and like Dawn is on the verge of crying, and Will is saying that they almost died, and I was like, "Fuck."
You fucked yourself because
Yeah.
you know you shouldn't watch those without us, and you watched the first 30 seconds anyway.
Yeah,
So
should've never
I
hit
had no
play.
sympathy for
Well,
you.
Played yourself.
I wanted
Yeah.
to see what they meant by the chaos at the Buc-ee's.
And you
Well-
could have waited for us, you piece of shit.
I coulda. I should get credit because I waited after I knew something really
You
weird
waited
happened.
after you already hit play.
Yeah, but I got to the part where it's like, oh, this is gonna be bananas.
Babe, no, I didn't
gotta
cheat
wait.
on you. I just kissed her a little bit. I did put my tongue down her mouth, but we didn't, it wasn't like.
But what if down her mouth was like really exciting and I stopped?
And then you want credit for that.
Yeah,
like, babe, aren't you proud of me?
some degree of credit should be had for that. I feel like because at that point you're like,
I think we might need to break up.
I think we're getting a divorce.
Anyway, they said they almost died, and then I had to wait for Felicia because you didn't bring headphones to your parents' house.
That was not the only fucking dude. Yes, I was there for the 4th of July holiday weekend, so my family was there, and also my aunt and cousin from New Jersey were visiting. So I was with my entire family.
We could have all watched together.
It's just bonkers that you didn't bring headphones with you to your parents' house.
I didn't bring headphones
that is crazy
time.
to me.
I also forgot my charger. It doesn't happen every time.
Oh shit, dude. Just
all
the lifelines.
Dude,
I think it's foreign to me because it's just like you like being with your family.
It wasn't even that. It was like it was just a fucking busy chaos weekend. I didn't have time to watch anything in silence with my headphones. And even if I did, I was trying to explain I'm staying in a separate room from everybody. If I want to watch some YouTube videos before going to bed, I'll just fucking do it. You can't hear me through the closed door.
Why didn't we watch it? I was like, we should do the sync move and watch it together.
Because it was like 10 p.m. every day I went to bed, which would have been 1 a.m. for you fucks.
Yeah, but that's like, I don't know. That's not that late for
go
me.
fuck yourself.
I would have watched it. Anyway,
I'm angry at Jesse now.
They did not almost die. Spoilers. They got in a car wreck.
No, they didn't. They witnessed a car wreck.
They got real close to a car wreck.
That's right. I misspoke. So I guess they did technically they could have almost died.
They could have been hit by the oncoming car, yes.
Which was an SUV going very fast.
Yeah.
And it like went right by their car and hit some rocks in the median and like caught air.
It was wild to see.
Yeah.
It produced this sound. I clipped it so I could play it in Fortnite, so I could play it here too.
Oh boy.
Whoa, 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 whoa! Oh! 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 Almost got killed.
That's so upsetting to listen to.
It's so funny.
John.
It's so funny. I love that channel.
Oh god.
Yeah.
You could just mine it for gold. Something gold is gonna happen.
And always in the videos where you couldn't possibly expect it, like returning to Buc-ee's 2 days after.
We just walked through this Buc-ee's and saw everything. Let's go again. That's the video.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Dude, and he like teased it, made us watch the most boring content on the planet before actually seeing what happened.
They didn't buy anything.
Nope.
They were just like making heat and Buc-ee's for everybody else.
Yeah.
They didn't buy shit, and then they walked back out.
Yep.
And they sat in traffic for so long.
Yeah, it was like
really
10 minutes
stupid.
just to get into the parking lot.
Driveway, yeah.
I wonder how many people in that Buc-ee's were there not buying shit.
Probably a good portion. Buc-ee's draws a crowd.
Are there people that just go in there and they're like, what's going on in here? Why is everybody coming in here?
I've always spent at least $50 every time I go in a Buc-ee's.
Dude,
I can't imagine
like a couple snacks. What are you doing?
How could you not?
They went the day before. I get it. I still would have gotten a drink or something.
Yeah. I think they said they wanted to get like a sandwich, but it was just so packed you couldn't get near the counter.
Yeah.
Well, or they ran out. Like they couldn't keep up with it.
Yeah.
Because it was a wild amount of people.
Because it was also fucking 4th of July weekend.
Yeah.
Would they say like something on the board? Brisket? Is it brisket on the
board? And then they add the sauce to it, and then they yell sauce on the board.
And it's so dumb. I hate it.
They have to do that 200 times a day.
I mean, it makes sense for that scenario. I hate it for the employees, but it like does make sense because they're like chronically out of that shit, I feel like.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I wonder if it's ever caused a stampede.
Probably.
I mean, I think this is just because it's an opening situation. Like, I've never seen it that busy. I've seen it's pretty fucking busy, but like not that busy. And the last time I went to one, it was the chillest time ever. Like, there was not that many people. It was beautiful. I loved it.
Have you been to a Love's?
Mm-hmm.
Compare Buc-ee's to Love's.
It's so much different. Like Love's is so much more similar to racetracks or, you know, places like that. Buc-ee's, it's got an entire side that's like a huge gift shop and like home products and all that kind of stuff.
Not as much, but like they'll have travel type stuff like pool equipment, and
they'll have stuff like that. But like this place is like, it's like there's like a mini at home or whatever, or like home goods like off to the side. There's like all their Buc-ee stuff. There's like pet stuff, like a ton of there's just a ton. And then there's like walls of all different kinds of snacks, and it's like they make it like it's all Buc-ee's branded or whatever.
I've had
and
those
it's just
beaver nuggets and they're like crack.
Yeah, that's everyone's favorite, the beaver nuggets.
They're very good.
And then just like really good food. And there's like a little bakery situation. There's like a fudge station. There's
and that shit ton of jerky.
Ton of jerky.
I do want to try the jerky too.
Yeah.
I like a jerky.
And then 400 gas pumps.
I feel like if I went into Buc-ee's, I would also spend like $50 every time because I like that stupid. I like the mascot too much.
Well,
I would definitely buy shit with that mascot on it.
You to say. I thought you were gonna be like, because they make a lot of good food. I love that fucking beaver.
That's what I'll spend it on.
He looks stupid. Like, have you ever seen like the vacation movies with Chevy Chase?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He reminds me of that moose from the amusement park. Fuck,
I can't picture it.
We'll have to look. I will have to look it up. I can't remember the name of. It's like Wally World or something. Wally's World, maybe.
I just can't remember what the moose looks like.
He looks like Buc-ee, but a moose. So
like
every time
Bullwinkle?
Yeah, it's something like that. It's like a cartoon moose. So every time I see that beaver, I'm like, I love that stupid cartoon beaver. I'll just buy shit with him on it, and I'll be happy about it.
And there's a shit ton of stuff with the beaver. Like we saw in their vlog, you can do an entire Buc-ee's birthday party if you want. It's so much stuff.
It's like a cult.
For me, like I don't ever, like, I'm not close to one, and I usually don't pass by them too often. So I'm definitely like getting snacks for me, getting snacks for other people, you know.
Yeah.
That kind of thing, stocking up.
Hell yeah.
Can I just say we're over an hour into recording?
Yeah, let's continue. We want to talk about the bear. Segment. This is going to be a long conversation.
We're doing a big one.
I don't even have like a shit ton to say. And I don't think I really...
It's good.
It is. I don't think I really even have like anything spoilery. I think I wasn't completely sold at first because I felt a bit like some of the drama was a little manufactured.
Yeah.
But I think that's kind of one of the themes of this show is just that a lot of the conflict comes from just the characters overthinking shit and like not communicating.
Yeah.
Which gets frustrating to me as a recurring plot line because I want to be like, just fucking talk to each other. What the hell is wrong with you? But I think, you know, there's a lot of trauma in these characters' lives.
Yeah. The thing that that I was thinking about this season is that at the end of last season, I felt like Richie's character could just come or go.
Yeah.
Like
They
he felt like a
definitely
throwaway
helped.
character.
Yeah.
And they built him up big this season.
I didn't even see him as a throwaway. I just thought, like, they're just gonna make this dude so unlikable and expect me to feel bad for him. But they definitely pulled it back this season.
Yeah. Well, last season he was just like a faucet for jokes.
And, like, not good ones.
No, he's just like throwing out like non sequiturs and shit, but stuff I laughed at. But as a character, he's just not really. There wasn't really a lot there. And I had the same problem with Sydney's character too.
Am I who Sydney is? Oh, right. But yeah.
I think Sydney was my least favorite character last season.
I think she might still be.
Me too.
TBH.
I have a new least favorite.
They brought it back a little. Who's your least favorite?
Well, this might be spoilery, but
spoilers.
Spoiler. It's the new girlfriend.
Oh yeah. I thought that storyline was pointless for the most part.
It was she's so boring. I was like, please get out.
It bugged that that character bugged me because I feel like she was, well, I mean, it's not her fault. She's the actress. It's the writer made her try to be like the girl that got away and like the long requited love. And she's just like fucking perfect, but she's a little irreverent and, you know, she's super smart, but she's also quirky, like not quirky, but she just always has a quick response to everything. And like,
super understanding about everything.
Yeah, but like very deadpan. Her character was just really strange to me.
Yeah.
And like not somebody that I enjoy watching because they're not very dynamic.
I had a random problem with her character that I didn't even bring up when I was watching it with Miriam.
Her unibrow.
It felt so niche. I used to work in a medical clinic with an ER physician, and they have no time ever.
No, I was thinking that too, dude. Especially
and their schedules swing around.
Well, it's like, fucking especially a resident.
Yeah. Like, she would be dead fucking tired all the time.
Yeah.
And but she just had time to go like drop that envelope off and shit. I was like, no.
She's like clocking out right on time with, you know, her hair and makeup still perfect and her coat is not soiled in any way.
Correct.
Yeah.
That stuff bothered me a lot, but it was like one of those things where.
But that's like a metaphor for that entire character. I feel like it was, you know, they wanted to make this really complex woman who's smart but also adorable and caring and funny, but they put her into this like very neat little package and like didn't allow room for any kind of idiosyncrasies. She was just like too cookie cutter.
Yeah. She was just there to create drama for Carmi.
Sure. Yeah.
That's all it was. It was just building Carmi's character up.
I also kind of hate it when they're like, they kind of retcon where they suddenly have all this backstory about, you know, Carmi really having a crush on this girl in school. And you know, all the side characters know, and they all know her, but we're just finding out.
Yeah, it's very strange. But I love this season anyway.
Me too. I had a dynamic that I really, really loved, which was Fack and Nat's relationship.
Oh, me too.
So cute.
She calls him my love.
He's like screaming, "Mom!"
Yeah.
So good.
Fack climbed up my list this season. Last season he was down there with Richie. I was like, what's this dude's deal? Why is he here?
He's so funny.
I feel like he wasn't as big of a character last season.
No, not even a little bit.
I think I still liked last season better because I think it was just so different and so fresh. I again had that frustration just with all of the conflict just being like, it doesn't have to exist. You're making it worse for yourselves. But I know that's the point. It's just a thing that frustrates me personally. So it was a little hard to get past some of that. I still really enjoyed it, and I will absolutely keep watching.
I think this season's my favorite just because, like, I thought episode 7, like, took it into the stratosphere for me.
The Richie episode?
Yeah, where Richie is doing, like, the shit work at the restaurant with, who's the cameo? What's her name?
Olivia Colman.
Olivia Colman. She's just perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She just like knocks that character out of the park. Didn't even break a sweat.
She's always fucking perfect.
It's like bringing in a ringer. She's such a good actress.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, how he like came around and got it and understood what that high-end restaurant was about. That was really fun.
Yeah.
And they didn't treat him like shit either. It was which is probably unbelievable on some level, but it was also very endearing.
Yeah, they were all way too nice to be restaurant workers, but I guess if you have a boss like that.
I think on some level, like, that makes sense. If you're writing that scene, it makes sense that they're like, how do you get employees of that quality if they hate it there?
Yeah.
Right.
So I think, yeah, you're probably like telling your people, don't shit on this person, like bring them up with you.
Mm-hmm.
And then you'll have a bunch of employees who are all on board.
Oh, what a concept.
Yeah. Yeah, this is a nice fantasy show.
Yeah.
You gotta go back to real life where people just shit on you because they can.
You know, the time for asking questions is right now.
Hey, were we done talking about the bear?
Yes.
Yeah, it's just good.
Good.
Hey, we got a question from Tatiana. Magicless Mage, if you go on Etsy.
Hell yeah.
You want to get some stickies and
some titty
nipples?
Magnets?
Some stickies.
Titty magnets. I gave her an idea.
Magnets.
A penis magnet?
A penis. Tatiana asks, what's your favorite movie or show that is mostly about animals? Examples would be Ace Ventura, Jumanji, and The Lion King.
I enjoy all of those.
Yeah. What's your favorite, though?
Well, I forgot to think too hard about this question, so I probably cheated, but I'm just going to say Jurassic Park.
That makes sense.
That's good.
Yeah?
Yeah, that's a good one.
I mean, I love dinosaurs, and I love that movie.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Mine is, well, my first thought was Emperor's New Groove, because that's an all-time favorite I could watch over and over a million times. He's a llama.
Yeah.
Other what is climbing me? Sorry, there's an animal in the animal question. So like, yeah, other characters are all animal, like become animals. There's like squirrel drama, so there's a lot of animal in it.
Give Beth a good squirrel drama.
Hell yeah.
I like a squirrel drama. But I think one that I love a lot too, that's even more animal centric, is Aristocats.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. I haven't seen that in a while.
I used to
it's
love
so
that
good.
movie.
Yeah, I like that movie too. Mine is Homeward Bound.
Oh,
I
God,
love
so
Homeward
good.
Bound.
I love Homeward Bound a whole lot.
Dude, the guy that I'm going on a date with this weekend listed it as one of his top 5 favorite movies. And I was like,
wow.
Okay, you're okay, I think.
Yeah, that's a good sign.
Yeah.
Yeah, Homeward Bound rules. I don't know why I never think about it.
It's so good.
Yeah, very good.
Which, I like the old one. I think I like the new one too, but I haven't.
There's a
Does
new
the new one
one?
have like, yeah, it has like Jonathan Taylor Thomas in it, I think.
I don't know.
I don't
maybe
know the
that-
name.
I remember it had a sequel, but I thought it only came out a couple years later. I didn't know there was like a new one.
There's a newish one. I want to say sometime in the 2000s.
Oh, I have not seen that.
Oh, watch along?
Is it good?
Watch along.
I think so, yeah. I think I remember it being okay.
Well, what if it makes us cry? Is it also sad?
Definitely
Oh,
would make me cry.
It's gonna make you cry. So maybe
Is
not
it
watch
still
along.
Chance and Sassy and
Yeah, it's just a reboot.
okay.
It's good.
Oh, no.
I took some questions off of Reddit.
Oh, fun.
What?
Hell yeah.
I forgot to think about this one myself. What TV show did you genuinely learn something from?
I again did not look at this ahead of time.
Mythbusters.
That's a good answer. That's
Yeah.
totally true. I'm gonna cheat and say, what video games did you learn something from?
That's fine.
Yeah.
The Assassin's Creed series, like, legitimately, I think taught me more about history than history classes.
Yeah, that's a lot of good history. Oh, like Band of Brothers too.
Oh yeah, true.
I learned
Any
a
like
shit ton about
military.
World War II from that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Will and Grace because it taught me so many pop culture references. Like, if I know something, somebody's like, how did you know that? And it's like, it made me sound smart. It's just because I watched it on Will and Grace.
Yeah, that's what Assassin's Creed did for me. It's like,
Hell yeah.
oh, totally. I know about Pope Rodrigo Borgia.
Did you have to kill him?
I don't remember if you. I think you do. You definitely kill his kids.
Damn.
I think you do end up killing him.
You kill a pope. That's fun.
Wow.
Wow. That's fucked up.
I want to say that's Assassin's Creed 2 or Brotherhood.
I got another question for Reddit. Meta, are you ready?
Yeah.
Ready.
What's the most delicious food you've ever eaten? Mine, I put on here.
I don't think I've ever had it.
You've never had a Red Lobster Cheddar Bay biscuit?
I think probably, but not since I was very little. Like I've not been to a Red Lobster since I was a child.
That is something that I think I could eat until I get sick.
I've never had one. Like, I've never been to a Red Lobster, but I have had one from the frozen section. This is a very recent argument between Skylar and I because I was like, we should get these. And he was like, I'm sure they taste just like the ones we've had at Ruby Tuesdays. Like, we don't need to taste those too. And I was like, are you serious? This is a cult following this biscuit. We need to try it.
No, they hit different. And it's different in the restaurant when they like come out fresh.
Yeah.
Like the frozen doesn't capture it. I've had the frozen before. They're good, but it doesn't capture it.
Like, well, I mean, I've only had the frozen, and I would say they're still different from the ones that Ruby Tuesdays has. I don't know if y'all have had them, but they're like little tiny mini boys, and they're the same flavor profile basically, but I would say they're still completely different. So I'm glad we got them.
No, I could eat these until I die.
I mean, I know that this next statement is going to get so much flack from both of you, but I don't really love biscuits. I don't love the consistency of a biscuit. I'm sorry if you're hearing lots of noises. I'm completely tangled in cords right now.
No, I'm sorry.
But yeah, I don't love I don't love a biscuit.
My other answer was gonna be biscuits and gravy.
Still biscuits.
Yeah, still
I also
biscuits.
don't love biscuits and gravy.
Specifically my aunt used to make them when we would visit for like family reunions. It's like it's like Southern cooking done right in a like seasoned cast iron pan and with lard.
See, that's one of those things that I'm sure I would love it if I had it like that. But I'm sure I had it at some like shitty breakfast restaurant.
Yeah, there are not good biscuits. So.
Yeah.
I don't know what she did, but like it's the best biscuits and gravy I've ever had in my life. And I've been like chasing that.
It was made with love.
Chasing that high. Nobody's ever come close. I think Bojangles is the one that comes the closest, but not even.
I think mine would be crawfish pie, which I've mentioned before.
Yeah.
Your death row meal.
Yeah, my death row meal. Like, when you get a good one, like, I mean, anyone loves a good flaky pie crust. Like, that's just delicious.
Yeah.
Wrapped around anything. But like a good, well-seasoned crawfish pie.
Is it like a chicken pot pie, but with crawfish instead of chicken?
Yeah, ish. I feel like a crawfish pie has like a thicker filling, like the roux. I feel like that. I've never made one, and I don't really know exactly how they're made, but
yeah,
I would imagine it's just like a thicker roux. Like the frozen sections around here have them. Yeah, and then we'll just heat it up at home and make a potato salad to go with it. So good.
I want to try one because I love seafood, but I've never had crawfish.
Yeah, it's really hard to get good seafood here, even though we're by the fucking sea.
Yeah.
So it's just so expensive.
Yeah.
Okay, most delicious food I've ever eaten. I'm going to say 2 because, and I'm sure these are just one of many examples. I have a very food-driven Italian East Coast family, so I've had a lot of delicious things, especially in like New York and New Jersey.
Yeah.
One of my favorite things was when I was in New Hampshire, where my uncle lives. He would do this like big, not a seafood boil, because it wasn't like Cajun, but it was like clams and lobster in this like garlic broth and like he had all these pieces of garlic toast to dip in the broth.
Oh,
and
man.
then like those
Oh,
little
hell yeah.
fucking carafes of butter under a candle so it melts slowly. It was like a feast, dude. And he did that for us a couple times when we went and visited. Amazing. That's probably one of my like food memories. But I will say the other thing is my dad is like an amazing pastry cook. And one of my favorite traditional Italian desserts, I think, is normally done around Easter. It's called a Zeppoli San Giuseppe. It is almost like a cruller donut, but not glazed and like lighter. And you cut it in half and fill it with like pastry cream, vanilla custard.
Oh, man.
And then cherry, like fresh cherries.
Eclairs are my favorite pastry, and that sounds close.
It's similar, but it's like huge and stuffed with pastry cream and usually like a berry jam or cherries or like fruit.
Yeah, that sounds really good.
So good. It's my favorite.
Does he make them like for your birthday and stuff? Like when's the last time you had one?
Probably Easter. I think he usually makes them for Easter. Occasionally he'll do like
spoiled.
If there's my dad does a lot of the cooking on holidays. I'm lucky. But if he has to make like a pastry batter for something, he'll just make more and kind of go ham and make like cannoli shells and any other kind of pastry he feels like it. And he'll be like, "Come here, try this. I had these when I was a kid and I decided to like recreate it. And I think I got pretty similar." And it's like something I couldn't tell you the name of or what is in it, but it's delicious. Which is why I'm fat. Dude. So, you know.
What are you gonna do?
Yeah. What are you going to do? I choose that food.
Not gonna eat the pastry? Nah, you gotta eat the pastry.
You gotta eat the pastry.
Yeah, we're all pastry based. I feel like.
Yeah, our cheddar, our biscuits a pastry, I guess, kind of.
Yes.
Yeah.
I always think pastry as like sweet, but I guess it doesn't have to be.
It's a savory pastry.
Yeah, it can definitely be savory. I also don't know that I'd call it a pastry, but close enough for our purposes.
You guys got any news?
I have one thing.
Dude, I'm not even gonna play the bumper for one thing.
It's not worth it. Dun 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 dun.
All right, that's good enough.
Okay. All I have this week is that Sex Education is ending with season 4, releasing September 21st on Netflix.
Oh shit.
I really enjoy that show, so I will be
I couldn't get into it.
I like it.
How much did you watch?
An episode.
Well, that's probably your issue.
I didn't like the kid, I think.
I like him.
I can't remember.
I like his character development. And I like a lot of the cast and their dynamics. It's very cute. It's very like surprisingly heartfelt. Yeah, it's just a good little drama. And of course fucking Gillian Anderson is in it. And she's the sex therapist.
Yeah, that's right.
How is that not like awakening something deeply sexual within you?
Did I not? Maybe I didn't see much of her or something.
Probably.
I don't know. I'm very judgy sometimes. If something didn't hit me right, I'm like very easily out.
I genuinely don't know if it's for you. I think you would enjoy it if you gave it more episodes, but I'm not going to convince you to because I don't know if you'll really enjoy it as much as I do.
Yeah.
I like it a lot. I'm not up to date, but that's not the fault of the show. That's just me getting behind on stuff always.
Good on Netflix for not canceling it after 2 seasons.
Yeah.
That's progress.
And I assume they're ending it. Well, I don't know if this was always the plan, but I know that one of the main actresses whose name I cannot think of, I want to say she plays Emma, she quit the show, and I think it's just because she's getting a lot of like movie roles lately.
Yeah.
So I have a
probably
feeling
writer's strike too.
Could be, yeah. I just have a feeling they took that as an opportunity and were like, might as well end it gracefully and well written with all of the cast.
Yeah. Beth, you got any news?
No news.
Hell yeah.
I'm very excited. Are you excited?
Yes.
No. Oh.
No.
No? All right, well. Mine's Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning is coming out Friday when you hear this. And that whole series is awesome. So I expect this one to be awesome too.
You just fucking love that little twink, don't you?
That little twink hanging off of planes, going to space probably in this one, maybe.
That little twink with the perfectly dead center middle tooth.
God damn it. I couldn't unsee it. What was that fantasy shit we watched where he had that dead center tooth?
Oh.
Yeah. I don't remember what it was called.
The fan like blowing shit all around.
So much.
God damn it, with the unicorns. What was it called? Whatever.
I couldn't tell you.
Fantasy Times is what it was called.
Very young Tom Cruise.
The Last Unicorn sounds right.
It was not The Last Unicorn.
No,
isn't that Felicia's favorite?
That's Miriam's favorite shit too. I feel like it was something similar though.
I'll find it.
Yeah.
While you're finding it, hey Beth, what are we watching this week?
Hey, this week we're watching The Outlaws, which is a new movie coming out on Netflix with Adam Devine, Pierce Brosnan, Nina Dobrev,
Ellen Barkin. I don't know who Ellen Barkin is.
I don't either, but I am excited because I think this is the first movie in a while that none of us have seen going in.
Yeah.
Nope. And it's a comedy. It should be funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks funny. I like the trailer.
It is not directed by Steven Spielberg, I feel like. I don't
think so either.
I think I have this from another movie.
Yeah.
Perhaps
definitely.
Jaws.
So I think the Tom Cruise movie was just called Legend.
Yeah, you're right. That's what it is. Why would I think? Oh, because of the unicorns, probably. It definitely had a unicorn.
Could do it.
It had a unicorn, a bunch of shit flying around, and one-toothed Tom.
Yeah.
Which
Good old one-toothed Tom.
I had never seen before. I kind of liked it. It's kind of nice when somebody's not all the way perfect.
I would argue that it's more like it's almost as if he was created by a lab and they were just like, this is a more efficient design.
One tooth in the middle.
I haven't seen much of the Mission Impossible stuff. I feel like I've seen like random stuff as my mom's had it like on TV.
Careful. I'm going to say that I haven't seen it either, and Jesse's going to make it his next watch along.
No, I'm probably not. I'm going to do like a Critiker one. That was the plan.
Also, that director was Tyler Spindle. Spindle.
Mission Impossible. Every Mission Impossible is a banger. If you like action, you should check them out. They're all good.
Yeah.
People love that show. Outro.
Let's do it. Let's get out of here.
When I was a child, we had to do a fucking Christmas pageant.
Yeah.
Using the Mission Impossible song, but it was Mission Possible, and some of the lyrics are, "We are Bethlehem kids. We know what the deal is."
That's Christian shit.
Yeah,
that's only allowed in Christian circles.
I think that's copyright infringement too.
You can get away with some heinous shit if you're doing like Christian shows. Yes.
And on that note, goodbye. Good night, everybody.
Wow, good night. Why don't you have a good night? Why don't you go see a Christian show and cheer at it no matter how shitty it is?
I don't think you need to.
Why don't you have sweet dreams? Dream about Tom Cruise.
Here's a little kiss.
With his one tooth, he's kissing you on your forehead.
Mommy loves
Give me a little boop with a tooth.
That little bonky feeling, that's Tom Cruise's one tooth.
That bonky
right in the middle.
That bonky feeling you feel at night.
Jesse, roll the outro music again.